have the Puig, however you say that, screen on, fitted to the front end SV650. Kind of a pain. I had to modify it. I have a 6.5-inch headlight here, so you can see the gap. So I kind of mounted it over, so if you guys can see the hangover. So unless you're looking at it dead on, it looks okay, but a bigger LED light would probably look way better than this. So then it mounts, if you guys are curious, it mounts basically with these slots, and then it hooks and ties into your light. So this would potentially widen out and probably sit a little lower to the light if it was a bigger LED light. So I also, because it's the 04, 05 GSX-R front end, I had to modify the front of the screen here for this brake line. Eventually I'm going to put a kind of a liner right here so it doesn't rub. Something maybe edging piece like you can get for your car door. I think that'll work fine. So then from the riding position, I got that much gap in there, so it would sit probably like this. So like I said, with the new LED light, it would probably come down to about here, so that would probably look a lot better. But this also leaves room for if you're going to put an aftermarket gauge, or I'm thinking the stock gauge would fit here. Actually, I'll go grab it and we'll try it. So my gauge doesn't work. I think it was destroyed when he wrecked this. This lights up, but none of the other lights work on it. All the lights light up when you turn the turn signals on. Well, you might have to mount it sideways. Could be different for a non-GSX-R front end. So the other thing I have going on in the front end is I have to wire up a gauge cluster, which I have this one, which is Amazon special. Comes with a speedo cable, but lights up blue. It's got a gear indicator on it. So I also have, I had the old race tail, which was this one, and this was one that was all beat up, fiberglass. It's been fixed 100 times. I ordered a 05 GSX-R tail, and you can kind of see how that sits on there. I am going to have some issues mounting it, so it's a lot thinner than the other tail. This part will have to be trimmed or these taken off. And I also have to figure out how to get these to mount to here without these tabs here. I also have, for this tail, this rear section seat cover. Because it's for the GSX-R, the clips have to mount into this, which is the seat stay, or I guess that's what you call it, rear seat stay. This is from a Hayabusa. There's the bolts right there for it, but it's going to be too high. So I'm not totally sure what I'm going to do. I really don't want to cut this support beam right here. but if you look at it, how it sits like this, unless it sits back far enough, those posts won't go in far enough. So I got some thinking to do. And I am going to paint that black to match this front fender. So that's what I got going on. This gear indicator will, it hooks up to that new gauge cluster, so I can get rid of this. It's pretty janky. The last thing I got to do is to get this horn wired in. I can't figure out where, without tearing this out, I haven't figured out where the wire is, so that'll be the next thing. And then maybe some tires. But other than that, it's starting to get a little warmer here in Pennsylvania, so might be able to get it on the road soon and let you guys hear what it sounds like. It sounds way different when it's on the road, and under a load it sounds great. Incredibly loud. I also have videos on that thing. That thing's fun. I might turn it into a wheelie machine. And kind of my lost cause bike. It's an 85 FJ600, so it's the first 4-cylinder engine that they made as a race bike. But it's supposedly it has 100,000 miles on it, so I think I'm just going to scrap it. But other than that, once that tail, actually I can throw the seat on for you. Let's see what that looks like. So with the seat, you can see what the Gixxer tail looks like. I think it looks pretty good. The lines are nice. Alright, thanks guys.